Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville 2 YouTube channel. For this video, I want to show you my very first self-created 3D print. It was simple, and yet it took me a million tries. But hey, it was the first time. We gotta have a little leeway here. And what we have here is a hex on one side and the 1/4 inch on the inside. Put a bit on the end there. And the whole thing about it was, I found this design on Thingiverse. We have just the handheld bit holder there. And then we had this one that held a 1/4 inch bit on this side. And then you had 1/4 inch square drive on the back to put on a ratchet. And we talked about that video in a video the other day. And someone left a comment, Mr. Levi, and asked about ones in different sizes for 3/8 drive and 1/2 inch drive. And I thought, yeah, that's possible. I don't know if I could do it, but it's definitely possible. But then I thought, well, then you have to have 3 different pieces for it to work. So I decided to make this with the hex on one side, so you could just put any drive that you have, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8. I didn't do those in order, but whatever. There was actually a little bit of thought put into this. I know, unexpected from myself, but this is 9/16 on this side, and I did that for a couple of reasons. One, here's the 9/16. Fits pretty snug. Nice job, right? And then here, I won't take that one off, is a 14mm. So it fits, because they're essentially the same size, 9/16 and 14mm for someone who has metric or has SAE. And I thought that gives you enough meat around the edges to be somewhat sturdy. Now keep in mind, it's still made out of plastic. There's a lot of things you can't do with it, but I thought it'd still be handy. And then we also created this little lip, so I thought when it's in the socket, gives something it'll push against and you can easily pull it out. And then when using it on a wrench, it won't pass all the way through. That lip will stop it there. And then we just take the bit out, bam, bam, bam. Amazing. So I will put a link down below. I plan on uploading it to Thingiverse, so people can print it out for themselves if you want. Give it a shot. I don't know. I already got ideas for other stuff. I'm just looking around the house now. Now that I got this thing and I got a basic idea that I can create stuff, I'm like, all right, what can we make next? And we're going to do a DeWalt tool accessory next if we can figure it out. Look at this thing in action here. So we got the screws for the adjuster on the old chainsaw sharpener. And we're turning screws, man. We're turning screws with plastic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, turn that screw. And the other amazing thing is you can even do it by hand because it's a hex. So we got these nice ridges you can grab onto it. Pretty happy with how it came out. So with all my mess ups, I'll show you guys real quick just kind of the journey of getting to the end of it for me anyway. This was my first try, and all I wanted was to make sure my hex was the right size. And the thing was, the program, you get an up-down measurement, left-right measurement, and I didn't realize on one side it was going to the flats, and on this way it was going to the corners. So that's why it's not the size of a hex. So the bottom half of this thing actually fits pretty well in the socket. It's hard to hold it in there, but you know, the bottom portion there fits pretty good, and then you get to the top half and just the dimensions were wrong. So that one was messed up. This one's pretty close. It's not really a hex though, it's kind of off, and I wonder how much of that is just my 3D printer. But you put that thing in there and you can see that fits pretty well. So then our problem was this bottom one, first creating the hole and then getting it the right size. Because even though this is a 1/4 inch bit, if you make the hole a 1/4 inch, it doesn't fit. It has to be just a little bit bigger, but yet you want it tight enough to hold it. You don't want it falling out, but you don't want it, you know, this one, I had to hammer that in. That's going to be a pain. I'm probably going to have to break the thing to get it out if I ever care to get it out. Just leave it, I guess. So there was that. And then this one, what the hell happened here? Look at that. Like slid sideways on me or something. I don't know. And then I realized on like this one, don't print the whole thing every time. I just stopped the print once I got to this point because the only thing I wanted to know was, is that hole big enough to hold a bit or not? The other thing I learned is that there's different quality settings, I guess you could call it. So you could do like a rough draft setting, or you can do the fine setting. And I've been printing everything in fine. And that probably, it takes up a lot more time and it wastes a lot more plastic. So next up will be a little DeWalt accessory. If I'm successful at creating it, I'll be posting a video letting you guys know. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hopefully we get some more 3D prints on here, because it's kind of fun.